description of the functions, 3D weave. This is you can take as individual or a little bit separate functions for your creation and for your analyzing of weave. Okay, here we go. You have now 1, 2, 3 until 7 different tapes, but which we don't need to remember. We just go to the first one. So this is the first tape of the 3D weave, and you have a 3 main window. This is a window of 3D view of the weave. This is the weave in color. This is a weave in red and white. This is a common way we do in the processing in the weave assignment. We say this is a weave. It's only showing me warp up or weft up. So 2 colors is enough. So these 3 are connected. Of course, this part is a small editor. You see us already here. I can make it more, maybe 8 by 8. And this is my start position, and here I take some of common standard weaves like this one, or I make all weft and I make a satin. And all the time you do the change, you will see here you have the same weave but in color. The color means you have here the line standing for the warp color, this line standing for the weft color. Maybe you have a different color sequence. You have weft, but you have 2 colors. So the weave will look a little bit different. And here is the 3D view of your weave. You can zoom, but you can't use the, this is also possible. You can now go the strokes to zoom. Right mouse click, hold your right mouse click, you can turn.
Wow.
Back side. And here you can also do the turning. Turning, this is turning. This is zooming, sorry. And if you want to go back, click here, the corner. This is going back to the original. So you can also do F4. And these 3 windows are connected, so you can do the change here. You can also do the change here.
Oh. Okay.
So each time you do the change, it's warp or weft. For the single layer, single weave system, which is direct and also not so important to really have the full view. If you have a multi-layer, if you have a more warp system, more weft system, then it makes sense to do the analyzing and to check the exact, the exact weaves for that. So we do a little bit further now. We have here 1 warp and maybe 1 weft. I can change now. I have now 2 warp and 2 weft. Now I have a double, and then here is the density, because if you have a higher density, the size, the warps are more close. But this density is not exactly real, because if you type in here now 160 or 88, yeah, 160. That is too much, and here you have 160. Okay, maybe you do that. It looks different because you have no weave for everything. You have the weave here, and the second line here is float. And then you can do the settings also for the size. Maybe you have here warp 150 Daniel. The same for the second one, the same for the weft. So here is warp here is weft. You can define also for the color. I want red color, or I want red and blue, and for this I want maybe another 2 colors. So you see, you have now the same color in your 3D weave and also the same color in your colored weave. Here you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here you have also 1, 2, because before we make the definition we said it's all. All means in the sequence 1, 2, 1, 2 always. Of course you can change. You can say I have 1, 1, 2, 2. Then you have here 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. This is a sequence. Okay? Normally I do it all. So you can define the size and you can define the color, and then here you can define the layer. You can say I have 2 warp system, 2 weft system, and I have a 2 layer. Now you have in this 2 layer, I have a first layer, tuft, second layer, tuft. So I can click here. This is a weave now for the first layer. This is a weave for the second layer. And then I want both layer position 1 and 2 but split. Now I have a split button. If you go here, you will see I have now 2 layers, but they are split. Okay, I make them a little bit closer. Because I have a higher density, so you see all of them are connected, but if it's too less for you, you can activate the repeat, then you have more. And this is a compound weave for double layer, and this double layer is separate. They are not binding from layer 1 to layer 2. And this is a compound weave in color. If you want to edit this, of course you can do it here. Yeah, you can make them together. But also you can split and then make again a weave there. See all of them. To put them together, you can also type direct click here. You want to link them together. Yeah. And also you can do the weave setting in the second tape. The second tape is getting to individual weaves because you have 2 warp systems, 2 weft systems, so you get a weave table 2 by 2. So you will see this is my front side weave, it's a tuft. This is my back side weave, this is also a tuft, and because it's 2 layer, so the first warp is always, for the second weft, is always warp up.
Yes.
Same here, because this is lower, so the second warp for the first weft is always above the second warp, so this is always weft up. That is a construction of a double layer. You can have here also the menu. So this is the same one like we had in the weave assignment. We say, okay, I don't want the Saturn, I maybe want something like a 12. And then I put this here, put this here, and then I have here the view of 12. And how to combine them together, you can just do something here. So normally this is not editable. You can activate editing. Now you can add on some points. or here. Because all these points is coming together for the first layer and then the second warp. I make it less, I make it more separate, and I make the density lower because this is too much. You can't see.
ยุ่งเหยิงดี
This is not nice. Let me open some examples. It's really good.